Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be sexual polarity and rekindling romance. Well, I've got an email here from a guy. He's 55 years old. And about 16 months ago, his wife said, "I'm fucking out of here. See you later." And he lives in Canada, and she moved back to Mexico, basically. And he really hasn't had much contact with her since then. He did say that they spoke briefly in the spring after he found my work when he was trying to rekindle things, but it just never went anywhere. In the meantime, he's been taking care of his body. He's gotten himself back into shape. He's completely transformed his life and totally moved back into his masculine essence. And one of the women he's dating is a hot 22-year-old. Most of the women he's dating are younger than him. And he's having a great fucking time. And what's interesting is recently his wife came back into town to get her stuff. And obviously he's a completely different dude. He's totally into his masculine. Now she's like, "I'm confused. I'm not sure. Let's rekindle things." However, he's like, she's totally in her masculine essence. And he just doesn't find that attractive. He's like, I'm open to give her a chance, but she's got some things that she needs to change in order for me to entertain that. So I have a quote that I wrote on this topic, and I'm going to go through his email and see what he can do to potentially get his wife to move into, because she's basically always been in her masculine essence because he was always a pussy in essence. And now that he's in his masculine essence, he doesn't want to go back. And he's certainly not attracted to his wife, who's basically stuck in her masculine essence. So the quote that I wrote says, "In order to create sexual attraction and polarity in any adult sexual relationship, one person must be in their natural masculine essence and the other in their natural feminine essence. Without it, sexual attraction, polarity, and interest in sex will evaporate. By focusing on becoming the best version of yourself and being in your natural essence, you will make yourself more attractive to your lover or potential lovers." So he says, "Hi Corey, I found your work last February, and I've now read your book 6 times in its entirety, and I've reread some parts countless times, and I watch your videos daily." He says, "Damn, it works." Of course it does. He says, "Every time. I'm a 55-year-old male, and I've gotten back in shape, and I've changed my one-man business into a 5-person show." Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. Good for you. It's a pretty good turnaround in about 8 months. "I've moved to a beautiful town full of active people. I can now walk through a bar or a mall or wherever and see interest. No drama, just easy. I'm dating several women, including a 22-year-old. Physically, she has what I like, but the connection probably won't be a forever one, LOL. So you're just using each other for sex. Hey. But you know what? Being 55 years old and hooking up with a 22-year-old, because most guys when they get in their 50s, they think it's all over for them. What's interesting is I got friends that are doctors. We have these conversations every once in a while when we get together, and it's just like, once people, the average is when people hit like 55, 75% of them, they're done. They ain't making any changes. They're not interested in going to the gym. They're not interested in taking care of their body. They're really not interested in learning anything new. It's just, give me the fucking pill. I don't care. And I'm sad, but it's like these people literally got one foot in the grave. And so I salute you for being one of the rare guys at your age who realizes, you know what, the approach I've been taking is not working, and that's not satisfactory. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to turn things around in my life. So he's in that 25% of people that are his age that's willing to make changes. And I think that's fucking awesome, because the more people that do it, I mean, the average, it's like 60% of the people in this world, they're just strictly herd mentality. They'll just do what everybody else does. They're followers. They ain't leaders. So he says, "A beautiful young mom of 2 precious little girls has shown interest, and so far I'm letting her come to me. What a feeling, so easy. She is everything on my list." So you're dating a 22-year-old and another woman. Fucking awesome. Good for you. Keep doing that. Keep dating those women and keep encountering other women. Don't be in such a rush to go back and heat up some leftovers with your wife, especially if you're not finding her really attractive right now. He says, "My question is regarding my soon-to-be ex-wife. She left me and moved back to her home in Mexico 6 months ago." So the key is that if she's the one that left you, just like I talk about in 7 Principles to Get an Ex Back, she has to be the one to rekindle things. She has to be the one to make the effort. She's got to do 100% of the calling, texting, pursuing, because she's got to earn another chance with you. You're not going to just give her another chance. We had almost no contact during this period except for 2 attempts to salvage things last spring. So, I mean, you gave her a chance. I don't know if you pursued her or what you did when you first found my work, but the bottom line is it didn't work out. He says, last week she came back to Canada to get her things and see her friends. We met twice while she was here, and now she's very confused. What a coinky-dink. Apparently, she saw a huge difference in me. Duh. You're a completely different dude now. I mean, you're fucking a 22. You're fucking a girl that's half your age, less than half your age. I mean, hell, a lot. 2.5 times half your age, basically. I mean, you're old enough to be her grandfather. But hey, it doesn't matter. Age really doesn't matter to women. When you act like a fucking man and you're in your masculine, it doesn't matter. You become more attractive the more masculine you are. Thanks again, Mr. Wayne. She wrote me that she wants to save our marriage, but with my new knowledge of what a healthy relationship must be, I can't entertain that idea. She needs to change how she is. So I look at that as, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And it's totally possible that your wife is just simply unwilling to make the changes that she needs to make in order for you to be willing to give her a second chance. You can't try to force it upon her or just let her move back in and assume that everything's going to be hunky-dory. So you're in the strongest negotiating position because now she wants another chance with you. And so she's going to have to jump through some hoops and she's going to have to earn it. I mean, why would you want to give up a hot 22-year-old and the other woman you're dating? I mean, come on. And plus, the other woman's everything on your list. You don't have to change her or fix her or make her into what you want. You have all the cards and you're holding all the power at this point. And quite frankly, that's the way it should be. Women don't want the power in a relationship. They want the guy to be the leader. To be brief, she carries herself completely in her masculine, and of course, I used to be in my feminine. Now I'm not that pussy anymore. Basically, there are 2 men in the room, and that kills any attraction for me. Yeah, there's no sexual polarity. If she's acting like a dude, and you're acting like a dude, it's just... I mean, I dated a woman who was a fucking beauty queen. Oh, stunning. But when she's in her masculine, it was like... I mean, it was instantaneous turnoff. Instantaneously lost interest sexually with her. It's like hanging out with another guy. I mean, she's cool as fuck, but incredibly unattractive when a woman basically acts like a man. And this particular woman, I wrote about her in my book. Her dad was very feminine, and her mother was very masculine. It was actually the family business that they had was actually her mother's father or grandfather's business. It was like several generations. And since she grew up in a family where dad was basically the woman in the household and mom was the man, that's what she learned. And it's like every time we went on a date, it was just like, God, it took like 45 minutes for her to loosen up and start acting like a little giggly little girl. Because there was so much rough exterior, so much facade. And it's just eventually I was like, man, this is too much work. But she was very passionate. Oof, what a incredible kisser she was. Where can she go to learn and understand femininity? I would highly recommend that she get her a copy of The Way of the Superior Man, get her a copy of my book, and suggest that she reads those. I've suggested that she read your book. Well, good. But at the end of the day, it's not your job to fix her. It's not your job to change her. You have to say, I'm happy to rekindle things, but quite frankly, I'm totally my masculine now, and I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. And I'm not interested in going back to the way things were. And quite frankly, you're in your masculine all the time, and it's incredibly unattractive to me at this point. And unless you're willing to learn and become a better version of yourself and be comfortable moving into your feminine and letting me be the leader and be in my masculine, I'm just not interested in rekindling things. I'm sorry. I mean, I love you. I adore you all the time we spent together, but it's not attractive. And I want to see growth. I want to see you become interested in taking better care of your body and working out and doing things to show me that you're willing to make the effort. I'm not just going to take you back because you want another opportunity. You have to earn that back. You have to show me that you're willing to treat me the way I want to be treated and show up in our relationship in a way that's natural and healthy. And if you're not willing to do it, that's fine. Then you should definitely go find yourself a guy who's more like the way I used to be, where he's, in essence, acts like the woman. Is there a similar book just for women to learn how to be women? There's also another, if you're a woman, there's another good website. What's his name? Christian Carter. CatchHimAndKeepHim.com, I believe, is the email address. I had a girlfriend of mine many years ago, who I'm still great friends with to this day, who turned me on to it, and I recommend that to a lot of women that are interested, because he's strictly focused on helping women create attraction and attract the guy that they really want. CatchHimAndKeepHim.com. Christian Carter, you can Google it. I think he's related to, or he's like a business partner of David D'Angelo or something, who's also known as Evan Pagan is his real name. Is there a similar book just for women to learn how to be women? Well, like I said, Catch 'em and Keep 'em. And there's also an English dude, what's his name? Another girlfriend of mine that I dated last year. What was it? Matthew Hussey or Hulsey. He's got like 400,000 subscribers. He strictly focuses on helping women. He's another great resource. He knows what he's talking about. So he says, thanks again for your advice and help. It has actually, and it's completely changed my life. Dude, I'm fucking happy for you. I think that's awesome. But like I said, you need to spell out very specifically, explicitly, what your terms are and what you expect from her in order for you to even be willing to give her a chance. And if she's not willing to do that, because some women are just stuck in their masculine because they've been that way their whole lives, and they're not going to be open to change. And if that's the case, it's like, don't waste your fucking time, dude, because, again, it's not your job to fix her. I mean, you probably heard me say all the time, you got to participate in your own rescue. And at the end of the day, people will not change their belief system or how they're showing up in life until they realize that their belief system just doesn't, it's not working for them, until it's proven to be invalid. And she may or may not be open to it. And if she's not open to it, wish her all the best, continue on with your divorce. But if she is, give her a chance. But I'd date her and I would date other women. I mean, you hadn't heard from her hardly at all in 16 months. And you did all this work on yourself. I wouldn't completely be willing, because she left. She gave up. She quit trying. And that's not your fault. So she made her bed and now she needs to lie in it. But if you're open to giving her another chance, it needs to be on your terms or no deal, because you're just not going to be happy. I mean, your dick's not going to get hard when you're fucking a 22-year-old, and your dick's just not going to get hard with your ex-wife to be if she's acting like another guy. That's the reality. Why would you want that? Hang out, have fun, and hook up. Life's too short to have anything less than that. Otherwise, you're just fucking roommates. And then there's no point in even being together if you're just going to be roommates instead of passionate lovers that are crazy about one another. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.